She grew wild and innocent.
So, my name's Sadie Bass.
You want to talk? Or you want me to talk?
I think you should talk because I feel like you're losing, so I'll give you a little like.
A little bit of hate right there.
That wasn't
it?
hate,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
just love.
Welcome to Team Blake. Who do you pick as your coach?
I'm a songwriter, and the music is all about the story. So don't pick Blake and pick me.
The latest episode of The Voice promised excitement. But what unfolded on live television left both fans and viewers completely stunned. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, the familiar powerhouse duo in the judges' chairs, were ready to witness another wave of raw talent. Little did anyone know, this episode would take a dramatic turn that no one saw coming. It all started innocently enough. A new contestant, Sadie Bass, stepped onto the stage. At first glance, she seemed like any other hopeful singer. Nerves, anticipation, and a quiet determination etched across her face. But the moment she opened her mouth, it became clear this was no ordinary audition. Her voice, ethereal, commanding, and pure, filled the studio, immediately capturing everyone's attention. For a brief moment, it was as if time slowed. Judges, audience members, even the crew behind the cameras were completely mesmerized. Sadie's voice was heavenly, every note perfectly placed, every emotion perfectly conveyed. But there was more than her singing that drew attention. Her appearance was striking, radiant, poised, and undeniably beautiful. Some might say her beauty complemented her voice. Others would argue it added an extra layer of tension to what was about to unfold. Either way, the stage had been set for a dramatic showdown of talent, opinion, and emotion. Blake Shelton was the first to react. Midway through her performance, he couldn't contain his admiration. Rising slightly from his seat, he leaned forward with a smile, his eyes fixed on Sadie. "Your voice. It's amazing," he said, his tone both genuine and awed. "And honestly, you're even more amazing than just your voice, you're beautiful." The sincerity in his words was palpable, echoing through the studio and the hearts of viewers at home. It wasn't just a compliment, it was a recognition of raw, undeniable talent meeting undeniable presence. But not everyone shared Blake's perspective. Gwen Stefani, seated to his left, remained reserved. She had been a vocal critic throughout the season, known for her candid, often unfiltered takes. Yet even she was expected to acknowledge exceptional talent. This time, however, she sat still, her expression unreadable. I don't feel inspired by your voice," she finally said. Her words were calm, but they carried a weight of judgment that instantly created tension. The studio audience sensed the friction, murmurs rippling through the seats as the contrast between the judges became painfully clear. Blake's reaction was immediate. He leaned toward Gwen, his voice firm yet controlled. "Gwen, you're missing it. Sadie isn't just pretty, she's talented. Really talented. Her voice deserves this spotlight." The defense was both passionate and protective, a clear attempt to shield the contestant from undue criticism. But Gwen wasn't ready to back down. She countered, her tone direct and almost confrontational. "Blake, I think you're letting her beauty influence your judgment. I'm judging her voice, not how she looks. And right now, her voice, it doesn't inspire me." The room grew tense, a mixture of live TV pressure and genuine disagreement filling the air. The debate between Blake and Gwen escalated quickly, with fans at home gripping their screens in anticipation. It wasn't just about a singing competition anymore, it was about perception, bias, and the very human tendency to let appearance influence judgment. The conversation was heated but professional, and yet underneath the words, the emotions of everyone in the room were palpable. And then, the moment came that no one expected. Sadie Bass, standing on the stage, listened to the back and forth, and her composure finally broke. Tears welled in her eyes, and she struggled to hold them back, her vulnerability laid bare for the entire audience to see. There was a silence in the studio, an almost surreal pause as everyone realized the intensity of the moment. Here was a young artist on the cusp of what could be the biggest opportunity of her life. Caught between two influential judges and their clashing opinions, Blake reacted instantly. Without a second thought, stood up from his seat and crossed the small distance between the judges' panel and Sadie. The audience watched, breathless, as he wrapped his arms around her in a comforting hug. It was a simple act, but its impact was enormous: support, empathy, and reassurance, all conveyed in one heartfelt gesture. "It's okay, Sadie," Blake whispered softly. "You're here because you're amazing. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise." Gwen, meanwhile, did something no one expected. After a moment of silence, she rose from her seat and quietly walked off the stage, leaving both her fellow judge and the contestant behind. The exit was understated yet dramatic, leaving viewers and the live audience in stunned silence. Social media erupted almost immediately, with fans debating Gwen's decision, praising Blake's compassion, and expressing overwhelming support for Sadie. Clips of the moment went viral within minutes, sparking conversations about talent, fairness, and the unexpected emotional moments that live television can create. But the story didn't end there. In the aftermath of the episode, discussions about Sadie's audition dominated entertainment news. Viewers were captivated not only by her voice, but by her ability to move people emotionally, even in the face of criticism. Many argued that Blake's protective stance was justified, a recognition of true talent, while others speculated about the dynamics between the judges and how much appearances can sway judgment. Rumors and theories began circulating online. Was Gwen's departure a silent protest? Was Blake's reaction a calculated display, or simply genuine care? And perhaps most importantly, what did this mean for Sadie's journey on The Voice? The incident also highlighted a broader conversation about talent shows in general. For decades, audiences have been drawn not just to the performances, but to the personalities, conflicts, and raw, unfiltered reactions that make live TV so compelling. Moments like Sadie's tearful experience are reminders that these shows are more than competitions. They're emotional stages where real human drama unfolds. Fans were quick to point out that the combination of talent, beauty, and emotion creates a powerful narrative, one that resonates far beyond the studio walls. Sadie herself became an instant sensation. Clips of her singing, combined with the emotional hug from Blake, were shared across every major platform. People praised her resilience, her talent, and the authenticity she displayed in that moment of vulnerability. For many, she represented the kind of raw, undeniable star power that transcends critique and connects directly with audiences. As for Blake and Gwen, the incident sparked renewed debate over their dynamic as judges. Blake, often seen as the more emotionally expressive of the pair, reinforced his reputation as someone who truly values talent above all else. Gwen, on the other hand, faced criticism from fans who felt her departure was abrupt and unnecessary, though some defended her stance as a commitment to objective judgment. Either way, the interaction between the two left a lasting impression on viewers, ensuring that this episode would be remembered for years to come. Behind the scenes, the producers and crew were reportedly just as shocked as the audience. Managing live television is always unpredictable, but the intensity of this moment was something even seasoned professionals hadn't anticipated. Some insiders suggested that the emotional exchange would likely influence future episodes, perhaps leading to new discussions about how judges handle feedback, how contestants are supported, and how moments of vulnerability can be addressed with care and professionalism. Ultimately, what made this moment so compelling wasn't just the argument between Blake and Gwen or Sadie's tearful response, it was the humanity displayed in front of millions of viewers. Talent shows often thrive on spectacle, but moments like these remind everyone why people tune in week after week. The genuine connections, the triumphs, the disappointments, and the unpredictable, emotional journey that unfolds in real time. Sadie's journey, however, was far from over. With Blake's support and the audience now firmly behind her, she had a renewed sense of purpose and determination. Fans eagerly awaited the next episode, speculating on how she would navigate the competition, whether Gwen would return, and how the drama of this particular moment might shape the season's narrative. Social media polls, fan accounts, and online forums buzzed with discussion, all focusing on the unforgettable combination of talent, beauty, and heartfelt emotion that Sadie brought to the stage. In conclusion, this episode of The Voice wasn't just another night of auditions. It was a dramatic reminder of the unpredictability of live television, the power of genuine emotion, and the delicate balance between talent and perception. Blake Shelton's heartfelt support, Gwen Stefani's controversial exit, and Sadie Bass's tearful vulnerability created a perfect storm that captivated the world, leaving viewers eager for more. One thing is certain: moments like these are rare, and when they happen, they stay with audiences long after the cameras stop rolling. Sadie Bass may have started as just another contestant, but she walked away leaving a lasting impression on millions, proving that talent, combined with vulnerability and resilience, can create magic that no critique or controversy can ever overshadow. And as the season continues, fans can't help but wonder, will this emotional episode be a turning point for Sadie? Will it redefine how judges approach contestants in the future? And most importantly, how will she rise from this moment of vulnerability to claim her place among the stars?